Hi, the Tiger from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another unboxing video. Today's video is this big old box I got today. But because I got home kind of late, we're opening the box tonight. So you get to see the back of you get to see my living room for the third time and all the pictures. Now what I'm going to do is put this on the floor, put all the stuff out of the box on the table, so we have more room. And this should be fun because I bought someone collection, all all of his books on tape. So we're gonna see what kind of books on tape that we got. I ain't spend that much. Spend like 139 dollars on 40 books on tape. So let's see what kind of good stuff we got. I think it's heavy. If I'm lucky enough, maybe you threw some extra stuff in here. Now, you won't hear this stuff anytime soon unless it's a holiday, like Thanksgiving or Christmas. But if it ain't them holidays, you won't see this for a long time. So I'm gonna open this on the floor because it's too heavy for me to lift. Okay, that was easy. Hopefully, that's all I had to do to open it. Hopefully, not no more boxing in this thing. Okay, what we got here? Hmm. No, this is just a receipt. I don't need the receipt because I think it's on the plane. There's the day of our BO. Okay, trying to look this up. Here we go. Now, this is one box system. I'm gonna see if I can open both boxes so we can get done faster than me trying to open one at a time. Got no room to put nothing. Now, too bad you can't hear that popping sound. Okay, don't mind. Let me find all the books and all the records fighting the other stuff on tape. I'm so used to playing records so much. I didn't call everything a record. Okay, that off so I can break it. Mostly it's gonna be me opening this one thing before we get to the good stuff. Okay, these are all the books it looks like. Let's get the cassette tapes out. I think we found the cassette tape. Or most of it, some of the cassette tapes. I have no clue how old this stuff is. But we got a handful right here. I know some of it's gonna bring a lot of your guys' memories back. To me, I might not remember none of this stuff. Oh, there's some more stuff. Okay, let's pop this open. See what's inside this thing. Now, if you hear any of the popping sounds, let me know. I never know how good this webcam is with sound. Okay, this is all percentage. I want to make sure I can open it good, so when I take them out, we can get it open easily. I trust that I have to open it easier. Now, this is going to be fun. So I'm dropping everything off the table now. What I'm gonna do is look up the book, figure out how we can get this all on the table. Okay, our first book is ew, our first two books is maybe I should take all the books out. Maybe might be easier that way. It's not fun when you got no room to do anything in. Yeah, that's what I should do. Take the books out first. The hard part about it is I'm gonna figure out how to show you the cassette tapes off. All these books. And the one I dropped on my floor for. Okay, let's see what we got. And I'll look for the cassette tapes after. Our first book is Bats Around the Clock from 2000. Here's some pictures. Now, if I can read the book, you get the book ahead of time before you have to hear the audio stuff. So if I can't read the book, then you have to wait for the audio for me to get to the audio stuff. But here's our first book, and I'll show you the cassette tapes after because I got too many cassette tapes to look through, and I think the thing might break if I go too crazy with it. Oh, no, that's not. Yeah, we better do the cassette tape second. Here is 10 Fat Turkeys. Hey, this might be a Thanksgiving book. We don't got way too many Thanksgiving book. I think we got two for the second channel. Oh, this looks simple. Okay, let's see how old the book is. Now, looking at the cover, it looks like it's from the 2000s. This came out in 2004. And here are some pictures. We got a Thanksgiving book. If you give a pig a that was the thing say, if you give a pig a pancake, I would read them backwards. So this is from 1998. Hey, I could read this kind of book. Hey, you might get this book sooner than you think. Okay, it looks like this. And if you guys ever heard of any of these books, leave it in the comments what book you heard of and where did you hear it at. To me, these all gonna be brand new. It looked like I ain't never heard of any of these books so far. There's a Peter and the North Wind, and I started Hannibal Bear. This came out in 1971, and the picture came out in 1988. So this got 2 years. You got 1988 pictures and 1970 word. And who knows how old the cassette tape is. Oh, we got another learning one. We got Moon. Now we've been playing a lot of learning stuff. Oh, we got another one. You didn't play this one yet. I'm guessing this is from 1982. So far, all these things becoming 1982 so far. No matter it'll be a 1979 book. Let's see. No, all these pictures. There we go. 1985. Okay. Well, at least the pictures are in nice colors. This is like a short book. These short books can be long. All right, we got a repeat with the different format. We got Dumbo. Now you know what Dumbo gonna be like this. What play? We never played whatever version this came out of. Let's see if we got a year on this thing. 1990. Now I don't. I think all the cassette tapes are in here, so we will be hearing it when we do get to it. And the lucky part about it is we might not hear this anytime soon, but if it got released in November, if it got released this month, you might hear it. If it got released to next month, you hear it. So you got chances, but if it hadn't got released until who knows what time, then you won't hear it until we get to it. So it'll either be a release video, or a long wait video. So I never know. Got to look that character up. This is Tiki Tamboo. I have no clue what this is about. Now looking at the picture, it looks like it's from the 70s or the 80s. I'm gonna say the 70s. Got that 70s look. 1968. Okay, I would never thought about that. Now, like I said, I'll look through the pages. If I can read these things with no problem, you hear these sooner. If I can't, you have to wait. So don't ask me about the books reading because, like I said, if I can't read it, you're never gonna hear it. This is called Lent. Yeah, we just call it Lent. I don't know how to say the rest of the word. Now, looking at this picture, it looks like it's from the 50s. It's got that Dennis the Menace hairstyle of the kid, and everything looks like the 50s. This came out in 1940. And oh boy, okay, we're not gonna show that page. That page falling up. No. Try this one. Okay, this book is old and falling apart. Here's some pictures. Okay, Georgie in the Noisy Ghost. Now we played him in a record format. Now we're gonna play the cassette tape format and see if it sounds different. Like I said, I do not play the same thing twice, but if it's in a different format, you hear it again. And because Halloween is done with, we kind of missed this book. Okay, somebody got this book for Christmas, 1982. That's how old the book is. This book came out in 1971. So somebody got this book 11 years after the book was made, and I'm getting it 54 years later. Here's some pictures. Now, if you hadn't heard this before, then it'd be brand new to you. Hear the new format. Oh, we got the hungry thing. Got a dinosaur or a monster book. Now, looking at this like another 70 book. It got that Godzilla look to it. And looking at the kid on the back, it looks like a 1970 something book. Let's see what we got. Nope. There we go. 1967. Man, I was way off. Like I said, my second channel is a museum kind of channel. We have everything you can think of on that channel. This is called Who Mouse Are You? Okay, this looks like the 60s. But then they got that 70s look. Because this is how, like, uh, Schoolhouse Rock was. They had all that kind of psychedelic look to it. Let's see. 1970. Okay, I was right. Got that one right. Hey, we could read this one real easy. I like books that are simple words. Yeah, so you will be hearing this on the first channel also. Yeah, we read this book before. Uncle Judd Barbershop. Now we got the cassette tape version. We get to hear the audio. Let's see how old the book is and all that fun stuff. I know a lot of you guys back 5 years ago, and a lot of the actress and actors was saying, why isn't there no black audio stuff on your channel? And the reason because of that is the black audio stuff costs a lot of money. They're not cheap to buy like the regular books on records and books on tapes. So when we get them, we get them. Might take a long, long time. That's it from 1993. Here we go. Now we eager save this for no my love. When we do get to it, might be February. We might not have to worry about saving it because when we get to it, it'll be that time to play it. Or we might have a Black History Month book. And this is called The Three Little Job. The three, well, if you could say that word, you're good. It's like pigs. It's like two pigs in a anteater. Hey, it's a reading rainbow book. When I was a kid in the 80s and early 90s, I used to watch Reading Rainbow because back then you had regular TV and you only had 7 channels unless you had a good attendant to pick up extra channels. So you didn't, so when you only have 7 channels to choose from, Reading Rainbow was on PBS, the channel that came in the clearest. So you watched it. You saw the little kid holding up the Reading Rainbow book. This is my first time even holding a Reading Rainbow book. I thought them books were phony just for the TV show. Now, how old is this book? 1992. Let's see if it tells me how to say the book. Okay, the Spanish story. The Spanish story like that. Here we go, some pictures. Now, I might not be able to read this book, so it might be audio this when we do get to it. And I don't know when the Spanish Day is. So if you guys know, leave it in the comments. We might have one for Black History Month and one for Spanish History Month. Here is the choo choo, choo choo, the runaway engine. Boy, now this is screaming 1940, 1950. Now it could be made in the 60s. Oh, I know. No, this is black and white. This came out in 1937. Boy, look at this thing. Now you might hear it on this channel, or you will hear it on the second channel, no matter what. Now this is called Duck at. Yep. Now it could be said a different way, but this is Duck at right now. Now looking at this looks like it's from the 90s. And she wearing 90s shoes, 90 coat. Of course, it could be an early 90s, but she's wearing 80s kind of clothes on the bottom. And this came out in 1992. Okay, so this book was made in New Zealand, and then we got a hold to it somehow. Hey, it don't look so bad at reading it. Glancing at it, it looks like an easy book to read. I would hate for you not to hear this until I do get to it. Hey, this is like a real easy book to read. This is called You Dirty Dog. Now, looking at this book, this looks like it's from the 80s because it's from Troll Associated. This is wait, late 1988. Oh, I did say it was from the 80s. Huh. So in this collection, we got stuff from the 30s to the 2000. Say that 10 times fast. Hey, we got another Thanksgiving book. This is called A Plump and A plump and perky turkey. This is probably from the 2000s. There we go. This is, yep, 2001. Now, I had graduated in that year. This book had never been looked at from me. Okay, this is going to be on the second channel because I can't read that kind of words. Can't read that writing. So this will be on the second channel this month for Thanksgiving. Hey, we got another. Yeah, see, I love when we get Thanksgiving stuff because then we get to hear it, and I get to kind of throw it all at the end of November. So you get to hear it on Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, and if you get books that way, you can have the whole week of Thanksgiving. Now we got an extra copy. So if anyone wanted to buy this book, we got two books for you guys. Now, I don't know if there are two cassette tapes. If there is, you will see it. You will see it in this video. If you don't see a second cassette tape, that means only one book a cassette tape. This is called St. Patrick Dan in the Morning. Did I read that right? St. Patrick St. Patrick Day in the Morning. Hey, we got a St. Patrick Day book. Oh my luck, we will get to this on St. Patty Day. Now I don't know if I have a book like this already, but if I do, you can leave it in the comments. And that I'm not going to say if I do or don't after I get done with this video. This came out in 1980. Yeah, it was like this. Simple color, black and white. Now, the stuff from the 80s and 70s and way back when, they knew how to draw real good. Then they got into the sloppy period, the 2000s. And this stuff was getting to me. But we still got a lot of books to go through. This is called, good question, The Hat. That's a picture of no, a porky. It looks like a hedgehog. Either a hedgehog or a porcupine creature. This came out. Nope. Except for the pages they want to flip. This came out in 1997. I might be to read this book. Look at that nice book. Now we got another Uncle Jed. Now we got three copies of this book. The book I read, if I still got it, and two more copies. Now I say if I still have it because I donated a lot of containers last year. So I don't got all the books I have, but I still got, boy, I still got a lot of books. I'm not gonna show this book to you again. You saw it once. You saw it twice already. This is called Tyrone the Horrible. Now, now I will read this book if there is anybody in my subscribers named Tyrone and was you a horrible kid when you were younger too? Leave it in the comments. If your name is Tyrone, you will get this book read. If there's no Tyrone, then we'll just read it. If I we'll read it whenever we'll read it whenever. Yeah, I can read this one and we'll play it whenever. We got so many books to read and so many books to play. And some pictures. And find some good pictures. And when I say good pictures, I'm just trying to find pictures that shows off the color so you could see it better on the webcam. Here is got two copies of this book. Pen, we'll call you Pen because I don't know how to say your name. And that is a picture of some kind of dog-like character. And this is an African book. And it's like, ain't no year. Okay, huh? 2004 this came out, looks like. Okay, this book will be read. This book won't be read. This book will be on the second channel when we get to it. In other words, I can't read. I still can't say the guy's first name. So this will be heard, not read. We got two copies of this thing. We got a lot of duplicates to look like. So, like I said, if you want to buy a copy, we got two copies. So everyone can have a copy. Here it's Christmas. Yeah. And this came out in 1981. Okay, I can read this book. Nice and easy. I can see the letters. We got another Christmas tonight. We got a lot of Christmas stuff. We will do, I think we would do 31 Days of Christmas. We'll be like a Hallmark channel. And if we roll over, let's roll over into January. We already read this book. Uh, brand new pencil, brand new book. So we got, well, now we got two copies. If we have two cassette tapes, hey, then you can get your own cassette, you can get your own cassette tape and somebody else could sing cassette tape also. This is the train ride from, is it a year on top? No, no year in the back here. Now, looking at this is probably from the 2000s. Okay, got that ugly drawing on it. And you got ugly drawing inside the book too. This came out in 1995. And why it looks so ugly looking? Now we can read. I can read this book. So this will be on the first channel, but it don't look so pretty like all the '80s stuff I showed you. Now we did this book already for Halloween. And a lot of people love this book growing up. A lot of people loved it the first time. So we won't be playing this book at all no more. And I played the cassette tape version, so you got to hear the cassette tape version. Now here's a not a repeat, but a remix of a story we played a lot of. The Emperor New Clothes. We played all kinds of versions of the story. Now we got another version to play. This is from, let's see, 19, looks brand new. Looks sharp to scissors. I'm going to say 1987. 1979. I was 9 years off. If I had opened the book, I probably would have saw it was a 70 looking book. So we got a new version of the story. The Sleepy Owl. Now, looking at this looks like it's from the 70s. Got that 70 look. Now, this is like the same owl that was on HBO back in the 70s. And the owl that was in another commercial with Whiskey Puff for that era also. So this has to be a 70 book. This came out 1986. Oh, that food me. Okay, I would never have thought there was a 1980 book. So I might be able to read this book also. What I'm gonna do is put all the books I can read when I do get these all done, the whole video done with. I'll separate them. And if I can read them, I have a pile what I can read, I'll have a pile that I can't read. Now we have this book already in my collection. So we won't have to say this book twice. Here's one. Here after prize reader. Now, this is a special book in a sense because this is kind of the first Arthur book. Now, we've been playing a lot of the 90s stuff and the 80s stuff. I think this came out in the early 80s or in the 70s. So this is a special book. This might be the first collection I'm thinking. He did he authored was monkeys. In the beginning, he was a monkey before he became an anteater. This came out in 1957, but it's that books Little Bear. Let's see, 1957. Okay, this is a 1978 book. The texts are from the 50s. But we still call it an 80s book because it's from the 80s. Yeah, we could read this one really. See what they look like back in the day? Now, if anyone knows why they changed the character from a monkey to an anteater, leave it in the comments. Be interested. And I'm not going to read why. And it's got a lot of stories in it, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe this is one big story. Yeah, okay, this is just one big story. Hey, we got to learn about Agent China. Now, I'm guessing this is either 85 or 82. So I'm gonna pick 82. 1985. Now the book is so brand new like so it's hard to bend the pages right about now. Now I'm not too sure if I played this or not, or if I have it already. So what'll happen is if I have this book already on the shelf waiting to be played, hey, then I have another copy. And if I played it before, then it's already on the channel. And if I never played it, hey, we got our first copy. So it'll be either or. Hey, we got another Halloween book. Five spooky ghosts playing trick at school. Kind of sad that we get this now, and now, but I didn't buy it. It took a while to get to me. This came out 2005, and here's some pictures. Now, most likely, I will not wait until next year Halloween. So you will hear this book before Halloween comes anyway. Because, like I say, why have a bunch of books that nobody gets to hear? Because if something happens to me, this is sits on my bookshelf, and nobody will play this stuff for you guys. So I don't wait that long. 'Cause that's in October next year. Here is the well song. It's like Free Willy. Let's see how old this book is. 1990. Okay, the 90 had like a realness to them. Like, look at this thing. Somebody painted a picture in a book. You got granny and granddaughter. I'm guessing. I don't know what the book's about. This would be interesting. And I should be able to read this with no problem. Because you might hear this before you get to hear it. Ah, here we go. This is a bad case of stripes. Now, this book might look controversy, but I don't think so. Also, depending on how old this book is. Yeah, this book has a little controversy look to it right now. This book came out in 1998. Boy, Okay, I won't be reading this book, but we'll be hearing this book. But some of the words in here I can't read. Now I'm not saying it's bad stuff that I can't read. It just mean I can't read the words. This is Owl Moon because in my defense, I didn't really pay attention in school, so I am not the best reader. And if I know I can't read something, I will not try it. 1987. Well, we got the audio for it, so the audio can read it for us. Hey, I can read this kind of book. Look at some real pictures. Um, any colorful picture? Oh, here we go. Yeah, a gray picture don't look good on a webcam, but colored picture looks good. Here is where are mama? So it seems like the kid mom. It seems like the kid lost her mama in the store or something. Now looking at this book, it, it's got ugly drawings, so you know it has to be the 2000s or the late 90s. This came out in 1991. Man, I mean, they started that stuff early. So here's some pictures. I might be able to read this book too. It looks simple to read. Here we go. We got a cowboy story, or a western. We got oxtail ham. So either they're gonna eat the cow, or something happened. Now, looking at this book, because it's a western, this might be made in the 50s. Because I don't think they would have done this in the anything after that year. Now, I could be wrong. This came out in 1979. Okay, hey, I could read this book. Nice, easy letters, nice colors. Hey, you will be hearing this book. This is called A Frog Went a Courtin'. It's supposed to look it's from the 50s. Look at this thing. What year is this book? 1955. Hey, man, I can read this book. Now, we did play a book, or did we play? Did I read a book like this before? I'm not too sure. I know I did a lot of audio of this. Okay, we got another reprint. Clifford birthday party. I'm not too. I'm not too sure. I think I did one of these before. If I did, we will not play it twice. Unless I did a record version. It came out in 1988. There would have been no record of this thing. There would have been only cassette tapes. Because it's had to because books on record ended, I think 87. But we'll see. You might hear this after all. I'm not too sure. Here's another African story. Why the sun and the moon lives in the sky. And looking at the cover, it's looking for made in the 80s or maybe the early 90s. This came out in 1968. Okay, this has been the during that time where like the Black Panther and stuff like that was coming out. And I think I can read this with no problem. I know it'll sound good, but I think I can read this. There's a lot of words in here I can read. But I'll look it over to make sure because I don't want to say, yeah, I can read that, and then it threw a whole bunch of words I can't even say, and the book is no good to my eyes. Here's our next one. Sky Fire. Boy, just looking at this scream the 2000s. No, maybe not. Because looking at looking at the guy that wrote the book, it's like a 1970 picture. And this is another Reading Rainbow book. I'm getting a lot of these. I'm getting this is my second Reading Rainbow story, so I'm thinking it's from the 70s. Looking at the man, and the man was born in 1946. So if I said the 2000s, he would have been 60 years old or more. So I'm thinking this is from the. I'm starting to think this is from the 70s. Let's see if I'm right. 1984. Okay, I was close. Hey, I can read this too. And this might be another one controversy pictures because this book was made 41 years ago, but now that rainbow means something different. This is called the Mother Day Mouse. The Mother Day Mice. The Mother Day Mice. Now, looking at this picture, I'm thinking this is 1985. 1986. Hey, I was close. That time I was close. This will be this will be heard of. We will play the audio of this. I can't read some of the words in this book. And I don't want to screw up the nice books so they're supposed to be sounding nice. Now I am trying to look for a helper to help me read the books, but if I get the audio to it, I might not have to worry about getting people to read a book that will be heard from a person that did it back when they did it. We got two copies of this book. One hungry ant. Wait, 100 hungry ants. Now looking at this picture, it looks like it's made in the 70s, but then they got that hungry hippo look from the 80s or the early 90s. And this is not a Reading Rainbow book. So I am curious. 1993. Okay, I would write it was from the 90s. And I can read, I think, yeah, I can read this book easy. Some nice pictures. Got a handful of more books to look at. Got two copies. Had another Thanksgiving book. The best Thanksgiving ever. Now, this is from the 2000s or the late 90s. This came out 2005. Hey, I can read this book. Yep. So we got another Thanksgiving story. Here is the Spotty Pig. Hmm. This probably came out in the 70s. I know it came out in the 70s. 1997. Man, I was off. Hey, I can read. Um, I think I can read this book. But I'll look at some more when I'm not making a video. And if I can't, you hear it. This is Alice and Catray. Alice and Gretel. So another witch story. It looks like the same story I played with Hazel in no Cinder the Halloween Cinderella book I played and it got heard today. It was like the same people that did that book. And I couldn't read that other one, so that's why I got played. This is from 1997. And man, Yep, you're gonna hear this book. I can't read it. But here's some pictures. So if you want to hear this book, it's gonna be on the second channel. Now our last, book we're going to show you first is our last book. This is called Half Half the Wow. Now this is our third time playing this one. Not this book, but the story. Now looking at the drawing and everything, it got that 1980, the late 80s and early 90s look. Now looking at the back of the cover, it's starting to have that 80 look more. So let's see how old the book is. Well, I can't even open the book. Oh, here we go. 1983. And this will be played. I can't show that picture. Here we go. So some pictures you would have to wait until we show till we play it because you two don't get me with them kind of pictures right now. So you would have to hear this thing with audio. But I can't read that kind of book. Okay, now let's look at the cassette tapes. Now I'm not going to look for the tapes of the books. If there's two, now I know what double I got. So if I see two of the same cassette tapes, that's a plus. Not a plus for me, but a plus for you guys, because then you get to have your own audio book of the same book in a sense. Let's look at the table first. We got a lot on the table. The Emperor New Clothes. Yep, this is the 1979 tape. Got nice tape in the middle. This is After Prize Reader. Came out in 1984. We got good tape. We got 100 Hungry Ants from 19. No year on it then. 1993. Now, me doing this. Now, you guys heard there's a food stamp problem going on for all the United States, and I will be part of that problem because I get food stamps, and it looks like I'm gonna have to save my money to buy food, like I said in my other videos. I was lucky enough to find this real cheap, so I keep the channel going. But if 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 it looks like it's going the way it looking like, I might have to use my YouTube money for extra food in the house. That means if I have to use my extra food, my YouTube money, I might not be able to buy stuff for the channel anymore. 19. This is called Bat Around the Clock from 2000 or 2001. So this might be the last unboxing episode I do for a long time, unless I'm good enough to save my social carry money in my YouTube money and make it work so I keep getting stuff for the channel. So when I see a good deal, I don't want to miss that good deal. Like this was a real good deal. 40 about about 40 bucks. I think it's like 41 bucks for $139. It's a lot. And this will keep the channel running until it never run out of stuff. 1984 Moon. Got good tape. We got the Well song and 10 Fat Turkeys. 1990 for this one. And 2003 for this one. Now looking at this one, that's kind of funky, but I think when I rewind it and everything, it might look back in shape. Now, these things had never been tested before. The guy said he don't have a cassette player, but I bought it anyway because I know a lot of the cassette tapes do work. So I'm hoping that everything works so we don't have no problems. Anyway, two more on this table, and we got that whole thing. This thing is Peter and the North Wind, 1971. Let's see, in 1988, the cassette tape came out. Nice tape. Agent China, 84, good tape. Under their tape, we got good luck. Uh, I had bought a Halloween book on tape, and it had no tape in it. So I couldn't play it. Now we're going for all these. Don't ask me how I'm going to get these somewhere. Here is the Limp book. You might not need this cover at all. It came out in 19. Trying to read the small print. Huh? Okay, there's no year on this. We got the time. Well, I got nice tape. Like, okay, so it's like a 7.5 minute book. And I might be the hey,
The most relevant interpretation of your request is that you are looking for.
yeah, I said something. The phone said, "I want to help you too." The bad case of stripes, 1998. Good tape. It's gonna be long, one long video. Hey, let me just do this already. Hey, we did do this already. Yeah, so we got two copies of the well song. So I don't know if we got two copies of the book. We got two copies of the tape. So if if you did buy a book, you have a choice of buying one of the cassette tapes. I did have one copy of the book, but I have two cassette tapes. Then what I'll do is I'll give the good cassette tape cover to the book itself only. You have a book and tape, and this one can be sold all separately. But it depends on what I got. And this is the hat. Good tape. This is from 1998. Oh, why not? Yeah, we got good tape. Yeah, as long as we got tape, I'm happy. Man, we got a lot of stuff in here. There's too many things in here. I think what we might have to do because if I don't end this, it's gonna be one long video. See, this is just so much stuff. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'll keep continuing and see how far we get this thing going. This is Taki Taki Tibu from 1968. Good tape. The Plump and Perky Turkey. Didn't we do this one already? No, okay. Oh, okay. I see. The big fat turkey. Yeah, see, all the sound the same. We're gonna have a lot of fat things on this shit. The red chain on the train ride. Can't read backwards. Good tape. 1996. Now, I already got a book on tape of this. So now we got two cassette tapes. So if somebody wanted to buy one copy of this, hey, if somebody want to buy another, I can sell two different people. I'm gonna do something easy. We're gonna see how many duplicates we got. Here is George. Here is the mouse. Here is Uncle Jed. So far, these are all single things. Oh, here we go. Hit number. So we can play this on the release date to hear it early, or you hear it when I get to it. And here's the extra copy of the Halloween thing. So if somebody wanted to buy one, we got another one to sell. Let's see. The best Thanksgiving ever. The one, the already Christmas, not Christmas. Thanksgiving stuff, but it's too many. We'll just play it from Thanksgiving all the way backward up to the kind of books we got. Counting any more duplicates. Let's try some more. I'm only looking for duplicate things, so I can tell you guys you can buy the extra copy of it. And like I said, if anybody name is Tyrone in my subscriber, leave your name in the comments, and I will read a book about you. And if there is no Tyrone, then we'll just read it when we get to it. Okay, so it looks like I got duplicate books, but not all of them got a cassette tape to them. Like Uncle Jed only got one cassette tape, but they're two books. A lot of the other books that I showed you only got one cassette tape, but they got two books. And that's okay because, like I said, you might just want to buy the book and not the cassette tape. So everything is in here. I'm not gonna show you all the cassette tapes because there's just too many, and I ain't got no room on the table. Look at this. Look at all the cassette tapes. I ran out of room on the table. The cassette tapes are there. The books are here. See? Yeah. So we can't show you all the cassette tapes that I want to show you, but we got a whole bunch. And like I said, this is going to help the channel a lot because I might be stuck with that food stamp problem. And if I am, the money I get from YouTube will have to go to my stomach. But if you guys want to keep the channel going, you can donate to the channel by hitting the donate button. You can be a membership person by hitting the membership button. You can see uncut stuff that I can't show on the channel. Donate. You can donate anything you want. It's like it's like a public television kind of thing. You get free stuff if you make the free stuff happen, or you can mail stuff to me, or you can do a lot of things. And like I said, if you heard of any of these books, leave in the comments when you heard about it, how long ago. If this is your first time, like my first time, is hearing this stuff. Some of this I read already on the channel to be my second time looking at the pictures. It's ready to be my first time knowing about this stuff. So if it's your first time, leave it in the comments when you heard it, when you read it, how old or young you was. If it's your first time, then leave in the comments say this is your first time hearing about any of this stuff. I didn't really read that many books growing up. I read a lot of comic books, a lot of mysteries and Sherlock Holmes and stuff like that. Never read too many children's books. So I watched a lot of movies and TV shows, but I didn't read that much. Even so, I got me a readathon certificate back in the '90s because I read a lot of grown up books as a little kid. So, and this is a good long video too. It's a 59-minute video. So this will get me a lot of people looking at it. Might be a big video too. I'm not making it no bigger than this. So, if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. Well, another video coming out real soon.